The couple, filled with anticipation for a special evening, dresses in their finest attire for a dinner reservation at one of the city's most exclusive restaurants. They talk excitedly about the significance of this night, sharing their recent successes and making plans for the future. Their drive to the restaurant is filled with laughter and joy, creating a stark contrast to what lies ahead. As they arrive at the upscale establishment, their excitement begins to wane. The host greets them with a chilly demeanor, his gaze cold and unwelcoming. The couple senses an immediate shift in atmosphere, but decides to proceed with their plans, hoping that things will improve. The host leads them to their table, which is situated in a less desirable corner of the restaurant. They notice that they are the only black patrons among a sea of predominantly white guests. This observation makes them feel increasingly uncomfortable. The waiter, who approaches their table with a noticeable lack of enthusiasm, further adds to their discomfort. He takes their drink orders curtly, barely making eye contact. As they wait for their drinks and appetizers, the couple tries to make the best of the situation, but the growing unease is palpable. The couple exchanges worried glances as they observe the restaurant staff's behavior. They notice that the staff seems unusually attentive to their table, frequently checking in with a scrutinizing eye. The woman leans in and whispers to her partner, expressing her concern about the hostile environment. She suggests that they might want to consider leaving early if the situation does not improve. Despite their best efforts to focus on enjoying their meal, the tension in the air is thick and oppressive. When their food finally arrives, it is delivered with an air of indifference. The waiter places the dishes on the table with minimal interaction, barely acknowledging their presence. The couple begins to eat, but the atmosphere remains charged with discomfort. The restaurant staff's behavior continues to make them feel like outsiders. The woman feels increasingly frustrated, and her partner tries to reassure her, but the sense of exclusion only deepens. The situation escalates further when a restaurant employee approaches their table with an unsettling question. The employee, with a dismissive tone, asks if they are certain they have a reservation. The insinuation is clear: they are not welcome here. The couple presents their booking confirmation, but the staff's attitude remains condescending. Other diners start to take notice, and the couple feels the sting of embarrassment and injustice more acutely. The restaurant, once a symbol of elegance and exclusivity, now feels like a place of hostility and discrimination. As the night progresses, the couple's discomfort grows, and their attempts to enjoy the evening are overshadowed by the oppressive atmosphere. The oppressive atmosphere and the overt hostility of the staff leave them feeling humiliated and disheartened, as they question whether their special night will be tainted beyond repair. The tension in the restaurant grows unbearable as the couple tries to salvage their evening. The woman, visibly distressed, suggests to her partner that they should leave. He nods in agreement, clearly upset but trying to maintain his composure. They quietly gather their things, feeling the stares of other diners burning into their backs. As they prepare to leave, they notice the manager approaching with a stern expression. He has been alerted to the growing unrest and is ready to address the situation. The manager's arrival brings a new level of discomfort. With a condescending tone, he inquires about their experience, seemingly more interested in placating the other guests than in addressing the couple's genuine concerns. His insincerity is evident as he assures them that the restaurant prides itself on its service and hospitality, yet his actions speak otherwise. The couple tries to voice their grievances, but the manager dismisses their concerns as exaggerations. As they attempt to exit the restaurant, the security personnel intercept them. The security guard, a large man with a stern demeanor, blocks their path and demands to see their receipts and reservation details once again. The couple is bewildered and humiliated as they are forced to stand in the middle of the bustling restaurant while the security guard scrutinizes their documents. Other diners watch the scene unfold with a mix of curiosity and discomfort. The woman's partner tries to reason with the security guard, but the man is unyielding. The situation escalates as the security guard's tone grows more aggressive, and he starts to raise his voice. The couple feels trapped and powerless, their earlier excitement replaced by a deep sense of injustice. They exchange glances, trying to stay calm, but the mounting pressure is overwhelming. As the security guard continues to argue with them, a commotion occurs at the entrance of the restaurant. The couple hears raised voices and sees a new group of patrons entering. The newcomers are a prominent and wealthy family, well known in the city. The family's presence seems to shift the dynamics in the restaurant, with staff members rushing to greet them warmly. The contrast between the treatment of the wealthy patrons and the couple's experience is stark and painful. The manager, noticing the disruption, quickly moves to appease the new arrivals. He apologizes profusely, offering them prime seating and special treatment. The couple watches in disbelief as the manager's demeanor shifts entirely, his previously aloof attitude now replaced with obsequiousness. This sight only serves to deepen their sense of alienation. Feeling completely defeated, the couple decides to leave, despite the security guard's continued hostility. As they make their way to the exit, the woman can't hold back her tears. Her partner comforts her, but the humiliation they have endured is palpable. The chapter ends with them stepping out of the restaurant into the cold night. Their hopes for a special evening shattered and their spirits deeply bruised. As they walk away, the woman glances back at the restaurant, her heart heavy with the weight of their experience. The final image is of the restaurant's opulent facade, a symbol of the exclusivity and prejudice that they faced inside. The couple's disappointment is compounded by the realization that their night, meant to be a celebration, has ended in a public and painful display of discrimination. The couple walks away from the restaurant, their mood heavy with disappointment and anger. The cold night air crashes sharply with the warmth they had hoped to experience inside. As they make their way down the dimly lit street, they talk quietly, trying to process what just happened. They are both shocked and hurt by the blatant discrimination they faced. The woman expresses her frustration, questioning why they were treated so poorly despite having a reservation and paying for their meal. Their conversation shifts to their options. They consider whether they should report the incident or seek legal recourse. The man suggests that they could contact a local news outlet to expose the restaurant's discriminatory practices. The woman agrees, feeling that if their experience can shed light on the issue and prevent it from happening to others, it would at least provide some sense of justice. As they continue walking, they come across a late-night cafe. The warm light spilling from the windows offers a stark contrast to their earlier experience. They decide to stop in, hoping that a cup of coffee might help them calm down and regroup. Inside the cafe, they find a more welcoming environment. The staff are friendly and attentive, offering them a sense of comfort they had been missing all evening. While they sit in the cafe, they notice a news broadcast playing on a television mounted on the wall. The segment covers a recent high-profile charity event involving the restaurant they had just left. The broadcast features interviews with the restaurant's owner and other prominent figures who praise the establishment's commitment to diversity and inclusion. The couple's frustration grows as they realize the hypocrisy of the restaurant's public image versus their personal experience. Feeling increasingly motivated, the woman starts drafting an email to a local journalist. She outlines their experience, detailing the discrimination they faced and the dismissive attitude of the staff. She hopes that their story will capture the media's attention and prompt an investigation into the restaurant's practices. Her partner supports her decision, offering to help with the draft and providing additional details about their experience. The couple finishes their coffee and leaves the cafe, feeling a renewed sense of determination. They discuss the steps they need to take to ensure their story reaches a wider audience. The woman decides to also use social media to share their experience, hoping that a broader platform will amplify their voice and bring more attention to the issue. As they return home, they feel a mix of exhaustion and resolve. The evening's events have been draining, but their decision to take action brings them a sense of purpose. They discuss the importance of standing up against injustice and the potential impact of their actions. The chapter ends with them preparing to submit their story to the media, their spirits lifted by their newfound mission to fight against the discrimination they endured. In the quiet of their home, They reflect on the night's events and the strength they found in each other. The sense of injustice remains, but the couple feels empowered by their decision to seek justice and expose the restaurant's discriminatory practices. The next day, the couple awakens with a renewed sense of purpose. They are eager to see if their efforts from the previous night will bear fruit. After a quick breakfast, they begin to prepare for the day ahead, their minds focused on the next steps in their mission. They are both hopeful and anxious about the potential impact of their actions. The woman starts by checking her email and social media for any responses to the story she submitted to the journalist and posted online. She is relieved to find several messages of support from friends and strangers alike. Her social media post has garnered significant attention, with many people expressing their outrage at the discrimination they faced. The positive feedback provides a glimmer of hope that their story will make a difference. Meanwhile, the man contacts a local advocacy group that specializes in civil rights and discrimination cases. He shares their experience and seeks advice on how to proceed. The advocacy group offers valuable insights and suggests that they work together to create a formal complaint against the restaurant. The man is encouraged by their support and agrees to follow through with the group's recommendations. As the day progresses, they receive a phone call from the journalist to whom they sent their email. The journalist expresses interest in their story and requests an interview to get more details. The couple is excited but also apprehensive about speaking to the media. They agree to the interview, understanding that it is a crucial step in bringing their story to a wider audience. The journalist arrives at their home in the afternoon. During the interview, the couple recounts their experience in detail, emphasizing the discrimination they faced and the indifferent response from the restaurant staff. The journalist listens intently and asks probing questions to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the situation. The couple's accounts are heartfelt and candid, providing a clear picture of the unjust treatment they endured. After the interview, the journalist thanks them for sharing their story and assures them that it will be featured prominently in the next day's newspaper. The couple feels a mix of relief and anticipation as they await the publication. They discuss the potential impact of the article and how it might influence public opinion and lead to changes in the restaurant's practices. Later in the evening, they receive another call, this time from a local television station. The news anchor expresses interest in covering the story on air, requesting an interview with the couple. They agree, recognizing that television coverage will reach an even broader audience. The couple prepares for the TV interview, rehearsing their key points and practicing how to present their story clearly and effectively. As the day winds down, they reflect on the whirlwind of activities and the progress they have made. Despite the challenges they faced, they feel a sense of accomplishment for taking a stand against discrimination. They are hopeful that their efforts will lead to positive change and inspire others to speak out against injustice. The chapter ends with the couple looking forward to the next day's newspaper and television coverage. They are both anxious and excited about the potential impact of their story. As they prepare for the upcoming interviews, they are united in their resolve to continue fighting for justice and equality. The anticipation builds, leaving them and the readers on edge, wondering how the public will respond to their courageous stand. The next morning, the couple eagerly grabs the newspaper, their hearts racing with anticipation. They unfold the paper and scan the headlines, searching for their story. They find it on the front page, prominently featured with a compelling headline that captures the essence of their experience. The article provides a detailed account of the discrimination they faced at the restaurant, including quotes from their interview with the journalist. The couple feels a surge of relief and satisfaction as they read through the article. The journalist has accurately conveyed their story, highlighting the unfair treatment they received and the restaurant's dismissive attitude. The article also includes statements from the restaurant's management, who attempt to justify their actions, but their explanations come across as unconvincing. As they discuss the article, they receive numerous phone calls and messages from friends, family, and even strangers expressing their support. Many people share their own experiences of discrimination and offer words of encouragement. The outpouring of solidarity strengthens the couple's resolve and reinforces their belief in the importance of their actions. Later in the day, the couple prepares for the television interview. They are both nervous but determined to make a strong impression. They arrive at the television studio and are greeted by the production team, who brief them on the format of the interview and the questions they might be asked. The couple takes a few deep breaths and mentally prepares themselves for the live broadcast. The interview begins, and the couple shares their story with the television audience. They speak candidly about the events of the previous night, the emotional toll it took on them, and their motivation for bringing the issue to light. The interviewer asks thoughtful questions, allowing them to elaborate on their experiences and the broader implications of the discrimination they faced. The live broadcast garners significant attention, and the couple's story quickly becomes a topic of discussion on social media. Viewers are moved by their courage and the injustice they faced. The restaurant's reputation begins to suffer as more people become aware of the discriminatory practices highlighted by the couple's story. As the day progresses, the couple receives news that the restaurant's management has issued a public apology. The statement expresses regret for the incident and promises to implement new training programs for staff to prevent future occurrences of discrimination. While the apology is a step in the right direction, the couple remains cautious. They want to ensure that the promised changes are genuinely implemented and that the restaurant takes meaningful action to address the issue. The chapter concludes with the couple feeling a mix of triumph and cautious optimism. They have successfully brought their story to the public eye and generated significant awareness about the discrimination they faced. However, they are mindful that true change will require ongoing vigilance and advocacy. As they prepare for the next steps in their journey, they are hopeful that their efforts will lead to lasting improvements and inspire others to stand up against injustice. The chapter ends with the couple reflecting on their journey so far and the impact they have made. The sense of accomplishment is tempered by the understanding that their fight for justice is far from over. They are motivated to continue their advocacy and to hold the restaurant accountable for its actions, ensuring that their story leads to meaningful change. The couple wakes up the next day to a flurry of activity. Their story has gone viral, and their phones are inundated with calls from media outlets, advocacy groups, and even local politicians. The couple is overwhelmed, but determined to continue their fight for justice. They start the day by meeting with the local advocacy group that had previously offered support. The group's representatives provide them with additional resources and strategies for navigating the next steps. They discuss the importance of staying organized and keeping track of all developments related to their case. The group also offers legal advice on how to proceed with a formal complaint and potential legal action if necessary. The couple feels reassured by the support and guidance from the advocacy group. They are provided with a detailed plan to help them stay focused and effective in their efforts. The group emphasizes the need for clear documentation of all interactions with the restaurant and the importance of gathering testimonies from other patrons who might have witnessed the discrimination. Following their meeting, the couple takes time to review the extensive media coverage their story has received. They are struck by the wide range of responses from the public, including both support and criticism. Some people praise their bravery and call for a boycott of the restaurant, while others question the accuracy of the reports. The couple remains steadfast, understanding that their primary goal is to bring about positive change. In the afternoon, the couple attends a press conference organized by the advocacy group. The event is well attended, with several local news outlets and community leaders present. The couple speaks at the conference, reiterating their experience and their demand for accountability. Their emotional and powerful statements resonate with the audience, further amplifying their message. As they leave the press conference, the couple is approached by a prominent civil rights activist who expresses admiration for their courage. The activist offers to collaborate with them on a campaign to address systemic discrimination in the city. The couple is excited about the prospect of working with someone of the activist's stature and agrees to explore the partnership further. Later in the evening, they receive an unexpected phone call from the restaurant's management. The manager asks for a meeting to discuss the incident and the steps they are willing to take to address the issues raised. The couple is skeptical, but agrees to meet, hoping that the restaurant's management is prepared to make meaningful changes. As the day comes to an end, the couple reflects on the whirlwind of events. They feel a mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration. The support they have received from the community and the media has been overwhelming, but they are acutely aware that their fight is far from over. They are determined to ensure that the restaurant follows through on its promises and that their efforts lead to lasting change. The chapter ends with the couple preparing for their meeting with the restaurant's management. They are hopeful, but cautious, knowing that this could be a pivotal moment in their quest for justice. The anticipation builds, leaving readers eager to find out what will come of the upcoming meeting and whether the restaurant will make genuine efforts to address the issues raised. The couple arrives at the restaurant for their scheduled meeting with the management. They are met with a tense atmosphere as they walk through the same doors where their ordeal began. The restaurant, which was bustling with activity the previous evening, is now quieter, almost as if it is bracing itself for the confrontation. The couple is led to a private room where the restaurant's management team awaits. The restaurant manager, who had previously been aloof, now adopts a conciliatory tone. He begins the meeting by apologizing for the incident and acknowledges that the restaurant has not lived up to its own standards of service and inclusivity. He admits that the situation was mishandled and expresses a desire to make amends. The couple listens carefully, their initial skepticism slowly giving way to cautious optimism. During the meeting, the manager outlines several steps the restaurant plans to take in response to the incident. These include implementing mandatory diversity and sensitivity training for all staff members, revising their customer service policies, and setting up a new complaint resolution process. The couple is impressed by the manager's willingness to address their concerns, but they remain cautious, knowing that actions speak louder than words. As the discussion progresses, the manager presents the couple with a formal apology letter and a voucher for a future meal at the restaurant. The gesture is intended to make amends for their previous experience, but the couple is uncertain if it is sufficient. They express their concerns about whether the proposed changes will be effectively implemented and monitored. The couple requests a written commitment from the restaurant outlining the specific actions they will take and a timeline for when these changes will be completed. They emphasize the importance of transparency and accountability in ensuring that the issues are truly addressed. The manager agrees to provide a detailed plan and promises to follow up with the couple regularly to report on progress. As the meeting concludes, the couple feels a mix of relief and skepticism. They appreciate the restaurant's willingness to engage in dialogue and make changes, but they are wary of potential shortcomings in the implementation of these changes. They agree to review the written commitment once it is provided and to continue advocating for accountability. After leaving the restaurant, the couple debriefs with their advocacy group. They share their impressions of the meeting and discuss the next steps in their advocacy efforts. The group advises them to remain vigilant and to use their platform to hold the restaurant accountable for the promises made. They also discuss the potential impact of the restaurant's proposed changes on the broader community. The chapter ends with the couple reflecting on the progress they have made and the challenges that lie ahead. They are hopeful that the restaurant's commitment to change will lead to meaningful improvements, but they are also aware that their role in ensuring accountability is far from over. The anticipation builds as readers wonder how the restaurant will follow through on its promises and what further actions the couple might take to ensure that the issues are addressed comprehensively. The next few days are filled with anticipation as the couple waits for the restaurant's written commitment. They keep in touch with their advocacy group and monitor social media for any updates related to the restaurant's actions. The couple remains hopeful, but is prepared for the possibility that the restaurant might not follow through as promised. One morning, they receive an envelope from the restaurant's management. Inside is a detailed written commitment outlining the steps they plan to take, including a timeline for implementation. The commitment includes specific measures such as the diversity training programs, revised customer service protocols, and a dedicated complaint resolution team. The couple reviews the document carefully, noting the restaurant's commitment to regular updates and progress reports. While the written commitment appears comprehensive, the couple remains cautious. They understand that the true test will be in the execution of these promises. They decide to use their platform to monitor the restaurant's progress and to hold them accountable. The couple drafts a follow-up post for social media, updating their supporters on the latest developments and outlining the restaurant's commitments. They express cautious optimism and encourage their followers to stay engaged and supportive. Later in the week, the couple attends a community meeting organized by their advocacy group. The meeting focuses on discussing the restaurant incident and broader issues of discrimination in local businesses. They share their experience and the restaurant's commitment with the attendees, and the community responds with strong support. Many people express interest in joining efforts to promote inclusivity and to address discriminatory practices in various establishments. At the meeting, a local journalist approaches the couple with a proposal to feature their story in an upcoming investigative report. The journalist aims to track the restaurant's progress and to examine whether the promised changes are being implemented effectively. The couple agrees, believing that continued media attention will help ensure that the restaurant stays accountable and that their story continues to resonate with the public. As the chapter progresses, the couple begins to receive positive feedback from other local businesses that are inspired by their advocacy. Some businesses reach out to discuss how they can improve their own practices and become more inclusive. The couple is encouraged by these developments and sees them as a sign that their efforts are contributing to a broader movement for change. However, their journey is not without challenges. They face some backlash from individuals who question the validity of their claims or criticize their approach. The couple remains steadfast, focusing on their goal of promoting justice and accountability. They continue to engage with their supporters and address concerns with transparency and honesty. The chapter ends with the couple preparing for the follow-up interview with the journalist. They are hopeful that the investigative report will shed light on the restaurant's progress and that their continued advocacy will lead to meaningful change. The anticipation builds as readers eagerly await the outcome of the investigative report and the next steps in the couple's journey for justice. The follow-up interview with the journalist is set to take place at a local cafe. The couple arrives, feeling a mix of nerves and anticipation. They are determined to provide a comprehensive update on the restaurant's progress and their ongoing efforts to ensure accountability. During the interview, the journalist asks detailed questions about the restaurant's written commitment and any observed changes since their last encounter. The couple provides a candid assessment of the restaurant's actions. They report that while the diversity training programs have begun, there are still concerns about the consistency and effectiveness of the implementation. The couple notes that some staff members have shown enthusiasm for the new protocols, while others seem indifferent. The journalist takes meticulous notes and asks for examples of both positive and negative feedback from customers and employees. The couple shares instances where they have seen improvements in customer service and inclusivity, as well as areas where the restaurant has fallen short. They emphasize the importance of continued vigilance and transparency in ensuring that the restaurant's promises lead to meaningful change. After the interview, the journalist informs the couple that the investigative report will include a segment on the restaurant's progress and will feature interviews with other patrons and employees. The couple is hopeful that the report will provide a balanced view of the situation and encourage further improvements. The next day, the couple watches the investigative report on television. The segment highlights their story, includes footage from their initial interview, and features comments from the restaurant's management. The report shows both positive changes and areas where the restaurant still needs to improve. The couple is relieved to see that the report acknowledges their ongoing efforts and the challenges they face. In the aftermath of the report, the restaurant's management publicly acknowledges the areas where they still need to improve. They commit to additional measures, such as more frequent staff evaluations and enhanced customer feedback mechanisms. The couple is cautiously optimistic, but remains vigilant to ensure that these new promises are upheld. As they continue to monitor the restaurant's progress, the couple receives messages from other individuals who have experienced similar discrimination. They begin to connect with these individuals and offer support and advice. Their advocacy efforts start to build a network of people working together to address systemic issues of discrimination. Meanwhile, the couple is invited to speak at a community forum organized by the advocacy group. The forum focuses on promoting inclusivity and addressing discrimination in various sectors. The couple shares their experience, highlights the importance of continued advocacy, and encourages others to speak out against injustice. Their presentation is met with a positive response, and they receive accolades for their bravery and dedication. The chapter concludes with the couple reflecting on the progress they have made and the new opportunities that have arisen from their advocacy. They are proud of their accomplishments, but are aware that there is still much work to be done. The chapter ends on a hopeful note, with the couple committed to continuing their efforts and working towards a more inclusive and just society. The anticipation builds as readers wonder how the couple's efforts will evolve and what new challenges and opportunities will arise in their ongoing quest for justice. The couple's involvement in the community forum garners significant attention, and they are invited to participate in a series of follow-up events. Their story has resonated with many people, and they are now seen as leading voices in the fight against discrimination. However, they are also facing new challenges as they navigate their increased visibility. One morning, they receive an invitation to attend a city council meeting where the issue of discrimination in local businesses is on the agenda. The couple views this as an opportunity to push for broader legislative changes and to advocate for stronger regulations to prevent discrimination. They prepare a detailed presentation outlining their experience, the restaurant's response, and their recommendations for policy improvements. At the city council meeting, the couple presents their case with conviction. They highlight the importance of enforcing anti-discrimination policies and ensuring that businesses are held accountable for their practices. Their presentation is met with support from several council members who express a willingness to explore legislative solutions. The couple feels a sense of accomplishment, but knows that gaining legislative support will require continued advocacy and engagement. After the meeting, the couple receives support from several community leaders who offer to help them in their efforts. They are introduced to local legislators who are interested in sponsoring a new ordinance to strengthen anti-discrimination laws. The couple is encouraged by these developments and agrees to collaborate with the legislators to draft the proposed legislation. As they work on the legislation, the couple faces some resistance from business owners who are concerned about the potential impact of stricter regulations. They hold meetings with these business owners to address their concerns and emphasize that the goal is to promote fair and respectful treatment for all customers. The couple remains focused on their mission, balancing diplomacy with their commitment to justice. The chapter also details the couple's ongoing interactions with other individuals who have faced discrimination. They host support groups and workshops to provide a platform for others to share their experiences and seek guidance. These sessions become a source of empowerment for many participants, fostering a sense of solidarity and collective action. Amidst these activities, the couple receives a troubling report. There have been instances of retaliatory behavior from some employees at the restaurant. They learn that some staff members are engaging in subtle forms of harassment against customers who support their advocacy. The couple is alarmed by this news and decides to address the issue directly with the restaurant's management. They schedule a meeting with the restaurant's management to discuss the reports of retaliation. The couple stresses the importance of maintaining a respectful environment for all patrons and demands that the restaurant take immediate action to address the problem. The management responds with assurances, but the couple remains vigilant, aware that real change requires consistent enforcement of policies. The chapter concludes with the couple reflecting on their journey and the ongoing challenges they face. They are proud of the progress they have made, but are acutely aware that the fight for justice is far from over. They continue to work on the proposed legislation, engage with the community, and monitor the restaurant's practices. The anticipation builds as readers await the outcome of the proposed legislation and how the couple's efforts will impact the broader fight against discrimination. The couple's efforts to advance the proposed legislation gain momentum as they engage with legislators and community stakeholders. They work closely with their legislative allies to refine the proposed anti-discrimination ordinance, incorporating feedback from various interest groups. The couple is determined to create a robust and effective piece of legislation that will address systemic issues of discrimination and promote fairness. During this period, the couple is invited to participate in a series of interviews and panel discussions to further advocate for their cause. They use these platforms to explain the importance of the proposed legislation and to highlight the broader implications for the community. Their messages resonate with many, and they receive widespread support from local media and advocacy groups. At a pivotal moment, the couple is contacted by a high-profile national civil rights organization. The organization expresses interest in supporting their efforts and offers to collaborate on a national campaign to address discrimination in businesses. The couple is excited about the opportunity to expand their advocacy on a larger scale and agrees to work with the organization. As the campaign develops, the couple begins to see increased media coverage and public interest. They participate in national interviews and contribute to articles highlighting their experiences and the importance of the proposed legislation. Their story continues to inspire others and mobilizes support for their cause. However, the couple also faces mounting pressure from opponents of the legislation. Some business owners and industry groups argue that the proposed regulations are overly burdensome and could negatively impact their operations. The couple organizes a series of public forums to address these concerns and to advocate for the benefits of stronger anti-discrimination measures. One evening, the couple receives a surprising phone call from a prominent business leader who expresses support for their cause. The leader offers to help build a coalition of businesses that will advocate for the proposed legislation. The couple is encouraged by this unexpected ally and begins working with the leader to engage other businesses in support of the ordinance. Amidst these developments, the couple is also dealing with personal challenges. The increased visibility of their advocacy efforts has led to heightened scrutiny and, at times, unwelcome attention. They find themselves navigating a complex landscape of public opinion, media coverage, and personal stress. Despite these challenges, they remain committed to their mission and continue to push forward with their legislative and advocacy work. The chapter reaches a dramatic turning point when the proposed legislation is scheduled for a crucial vote in the city council. The couple prepares for the vote with a combination of hope and anxiety. They have worked tirelessly to build support and to address concerns, but the outcome of the vote remains uncertain. As the day of the vote approaches, the couple reflects on their journey and the impact they have made. They are proud of their accomplishments, but are acutely aware that the vote will be a defining moment in their efforts. The chapter ends with a sense of anticipation and suspense as readers await the outcome of the vote and the next steps in the couple's quest for justice. The day of the crucial city council vote arrives, and the atmosphere is electric with anticipation. The couple arrives at the council chamber early to prepare for the meeting. They are joined by a group of supporters, including community leaders, members of the advocacy group, and allies from the business community who have rallied around their cause. The support they have garnered is palpable, and they feel a mix of nervous excitement as they await the proceedings. The council chamber is packed with attendees, and the couple can feel the weight of the moment. The council members enter and take their seats, and the session begins. The agenda item for the vote on the proposed anti-discrimination ordinance is introduced, and the couple takes a deep breath as they prepare to hear the debate. Several council members deliver impassioned speeches in support of the ordinance, citing the couple's advocacy efforts and the broader need for stronger anti-discrimination measures. They emphasize the importance of creating a fair and inclusive environment for all citizens and highlight the positive impact the proposed legislation could have on the community. On the other side, opponents of the ordinance also make their case. They argue that the regulations are too restrictive and could impose unnecessary burdens on businesses. They express concerns about the potential economic impact and the feasibility of implementing the proposed measures. The couple listens carefully, understanding that these concerns must be addressed to achieve a balanced and effective solution. As the debate unfolds, the couple's anxiety grows. They watch as council members deliberate and weigh the arguments presented. The hours pass slowly, and the tension in the chamber is palpable. The couple remains hopeful, drawing strength from the support of their allies and the progress they have made. Finally, the time comes for the council members to cast their votes. The couple holds their breath as the results are announced one by one. The vote is close, with several council members voicing their support for the ordinance, but others expressing reservations. The outcome is uncertain until the final votes are tallied. When the results are finally revealed, the couple is overwhelmed with emotion. The ordinance passes with a narrow margin, a significant victory in their fight for justice. The chamber erupts in applause from supporters, while opponents express their disappointment. The couple exchanges hugs and congratulations with their allies, celebrating the hard-fought achievement. As they leave the council chamber, the couple reflects on the journey that led to this moment. They are proud of their accomplishments, but are also aware that the passing of the ordinance is just the beginning. They now face the challenge of ensuring that the legislation is effectively implemented and that the promises of change are realized. In the following days, the couple works with local officials to monitor the implementation of the ordinance. They stay engaged with the community and continue their advocacy efforts to ensure that the new regulations lead to meaningful improvements. Their work is far from over, but they are encouraged by the progress they have made and the support they have received. The chapter concludes with the couple feeling a renewed sense of purpose and determination. They are grateful for the victory, but are committed to continuing their efforts to address discrimination and promote inclusivity. The anticipation builds as readers wonder how the implementation of the ordinance will unfold and what new challenges and opportunities the couple will face in their ongoing quest for justice. As the couple embarks on the implementation phase of the newly passed anti-discrimination ordinance, they encounter both encouraging progress and significant challenges. The initial response from the community and local businesses is mixed. While many businesses are enthusiastic about the new regulations and eager to comply, others are hesitant or resistant to change. The couple begins by organizing a series of workshops and informational sessions for local businesses. These sessions aim to educate business owners and employees about the new requirements and provide guidance on how to implement the changes effectively. They invite experts and advocates to speak at the workshops, offering practical advice and answering questions from the audience. The couple also establishes a monitoring committee to oversee the implementation of the ordinance. The committee includes representatives from the advocacy group, local government, and the business community. Their role is to ensure that businesses adhere to the new regulations and to address any issues or concerns that arise. The couple is actively involved in the committee's work, participating in meetings and reviewing progress reports. Despite their efforts, they face resistance from a subset of businesses that are unwilling to comply with the new regulations. Some business owners argue that the requirements are too burdensome and that they are being unfairly targeted. The couple responds by meeting with these business owners individually to understand their concerns and find solutions that address their issues while ensuring compliance with the ordinance. In parallel, the couple continues their outreach efforts to support individuals who have been affected by discrimination. They host community forums where people can share their experiences and seek advice on navigating the new regulatory environment. These forums provide a platform for individuals to voice their concerns and for the couple to offer support and resources. One day, the couple receives an unexpected phone call from a national news outlet requesting an interview about the implementation of the ordinance. They agree to the interview, seeing it as an opportunity to highlight the positive changes and to address any lingering challenges. During the interview, they discuss the progress made, the ongoing difficulties, and their vision for the future. The segment airs nationally, bringing additional attention to their cause and further galvanizing support. As the implementation of the ordinance progresses, the couple faces a critical moment when a high-profile business owner publicly defies the new regulations. The business owner's actions draw widespread criticism and put pressure on local authorities to take action. The couple must navigate the fallout, working with the monitoring committee and local officials to address the situation and ensure that the ordinance is enforced fairly and effectively. The chapter culminates with a significant event, a public celebration marking the one-year anniversary of the ordinance's passage. The couple organizes the event to acknowledge the progress made, celebrate the successes, and reaffirm their commitment to ongoing advocacy. The event is attended by community leaders, business owners, and supporters, and includes speeches, performances, and a reflection on the impact of the ordinance. As the celebration concludes, the couple reflects on their journey and the impact they have made. They are proud of their achievements, but are mindful of the work that remains. They commit to continuing their advocacy and to addressing any new challenges that arise. The chapter ends with a sense of accomplishment and anticipation as readers look forward to seeing how the couple's efforts will shape the future of their community and beyond.